Hi everyone, this is another build video by Marshmallow Fluff. This is my DK Argonian block tank. He is very good for veteran trials and pretty much all veteran content really. He runs 16k magic, almost 48k health, almost 15k stam. He doesn't need very much stamina because he runs a reduced block cost, infused shield play on all his jewelry. So blocking costs us almost nothing. Additionally, he's an Argonian, so his potions restore all his resources, and he runs a Frost Staff back bar, so he can block with his mana pool as well as his stamina pool. Alright, so he also has pretty high recovery because of the Anthroplasm, and the potions buff that more. Alright, so 33k, little above both resist front bar, and 33k both resist back bar. He runs the Fanglayer monster set, Thorvican, fortified brass, 5 pieces of that, and it's all infused healthy on bigs, divines healthy on small, and that buffs our Lord Mundus Stone for more health, and we run Tri-Stat Food for the resources and the health. And then we run Amber Plasm with infused shield play on the jewelry, and Amber Plasm defending stamina leech on the sword, defending magical leech on the staff, and sturdy with stamina on the shield. Alternative to this gear setup, for vet trials, sometimes people will ask you to run Alkash or as a main tank, sometimes people will ask you to run Alkash. And these are the Alkash pieces I have to slot in for those situations. I mean, it's generally the same, except I put infused crushing front bar and infused weakening back bar, and then master sword and shield because that's also strong. So those are your switch out options. Some people will require these in vet trials. Well, I wouldn't say most, but DPS are usually strong enough that it's not really necessary. But you know, some people really want it, so you'll want to get those just to have. I keep them in my inventory most of the time. Very rarely do I actually have to slot them, but I do if people ask for it. Alright, so that's gear, food, Mundus skills. Alright, front bar, green dragon blood, inner rage. Well, no, not inner rage usually. Usually it's actually, if I'm taking axes, I slot inner rage, but for right now it's just Pierce Armor. So, Dragon Blood, Pierce Armor, Structured Entropy for the health and the extra mana. Absorb Magic for the passive block. Inner Light for the passive spell crit, which buffs our green Dragon Blood. Make it crit more. And Sturdy Horn for Warhorn. People like it in trials. Unless you're in like a super optimized team, I prefer the Sturdy morph because it gives the max resources for longer. If you're in an optimized team, it'll be up all the time anyway, so it won't help, but it's very strong, especially with the recent changes to damage shield. The extra resistances are really going to help the magic users too. Alright, back bar, green dragon blood, double barred. You want your both heal on both bars, your self heal, very strong. Igneous and bone for the damage shields. Igneous, they're both group. So they can synergize this one, and this one hits the group. It's very strong. And then Structured Entropy and Inner Light again for the spell crit and the extra health. And then back bar, this is my Ice Staff bar. I do run Temporal Guard just for the extra mitigation. Don't actually ever use it because using your Warhorn will actually give you back your resources. And this one won't unless you just use a ton, which you really can't do in this build. So there's really nothing to use it on that quick. Alright, so So those are the bars. In terms of all the skills, Ardent Flame, you want Chains, it comes up. And then all the passives. Draconic Power. This one is kind of just for fun in PvP. This one could also be used in PvP. I mean, it might be good in some builds, but our build has capped resistances all the time without buffing, so we don't need the resistances. And it's comparable to Igneous. So I mean, we could put it there in like PvP, and we'd have over capped resists, which might help in PvP. But for PvE, you're pretty much always going to use the Igneous to help the group because they should get the damage shields too. It'll help them. Talons, you can slot it. It's useful sometimes to root things, but pretty much everywhere you can use Talons. If you just play better, you could also be fine. I mainly use it for the damage, the AE damage, but on this build, since we run this monster set, this actually, when you get hit, like immediately, it's like as soon as you pull, basically, it creates an AE damage, which does this exact same thing, so you don't really need it. Some people might want you to slot it though. I mean, you can grab it if you want. Reflective Scale, occasionally useful. Inhale, the AE interrupt is useful for like a couple fights. So I mean, those are optional. You could get those. All the passives here. Earthen. This one occasionally comes up. It limits the damage you take. It's kind of cool if you need to limit your damage for some reason. Igneous is like one of the most powerful skills. Igneous and Green Dragon Blood, those are the good DK skills. So AE damage shield, and it damage shields you. And then all the passives. Weapon, one-handed, and shield. You want Pierce Armor and Absorb Magic. All the passives. Destro Staff. You could get a couple, but you just want the passives really. For the Ice Staff taunt mainly, and the free damage shield. Heavy Armor, all the passives. Vampire, I get these 5 down here. You could grab these 2 as well. I don't find them useful because you have Green Dragon Blood. It's way stronger than the Vampio. It's like instant. You could run both if you wanted, but I wouldn't recommend it. I think Green Dragon Blood is enough for everything I've done anyway. I mean, maybe in PvP, the Vampio could be very useful, but I don't know. Alright, let's go for questing. That's strong, you should get it. And that's for Cyrodiil stuff. So these are the 2 important skills out of here. You can get all the passives if you want to like buff your mana slightly. I didn't because Mage's Guild is annoying to level. that's the only reason I didn't. Temporal Guard, the defensive, more for the ultimate, and these things to help with that. This reduces the cost of Temporal Guard. I didn't put points into it just because I want it to be higher cost, so it's more like Warhorn, so that if I see this is full and I switch because I think it might be full, like there's more chance of it being full just because I don't use an add-on for that or have the number because they annoy me. So that's why you could put points into this if you're using add-ons or you don't mind it. Or if you plan on using it, like maybe in PvP or something, and you want to like jump off cliffs and things, and then boomerang back, it's kind of fun. Alright, Inner Fire, I slot this when I tank axes. That's the only change you have to make to the build for axe tanking, just so you can taunt them from range. Spike Bone Shield, Stamina Shield, very strong, both passives. Alliance, Sturdy Horn, front bar. I use it mostly for the group. I really don't need many resources when I'm like tanking, because the Argonians are pretty OP for just blocking forever. Plus with the Frost Staff, it's like I don't really need much. I mean, you can use it for your own resources, but I mean, yeah, I mean, occasionally, but a lot of the time we use it just because they need stuff, or just to bring the boss or whatever. Support, purge, guard, occasionally useful. The passives are good. Passives are good over here too. Argonian, you definitely want all your racial passives. Those are real strong. Yep, that's it for that. CP 81 Ironclad comes with this stuff. You're grabbing that to mitigate PvE direct damage. 12 Thick Skin, 37 Ellie, 37 Hardy. Comes with these. More mitigation. 66 Bastion to buff your shields. We have pretty high health and pretty strong shields. So shielding is how we'll deal with most of your standard fights because it's very good to have that mobility and not be blocking all the time. And then 37 heavy armor to take us to that 33 cap, 33 soft cap on resists. And then it comes with these. 56 Mooncalf, 76 Arcanist, and 56 Tenacity for resources. And recovery. We use recovery because if you block on your Frost Staff bar, you're recovering Stam, and if you block on your Shield bar, you're recovering Magicka. 82 Shadow Ward to reduce block cost reduction, and it comes with these three. And 100 Blessed, 100 Elfborn to buff your Green Dragon Blood a lot. 4 Spell Erosion leftovers, and 66 Master at Arms. I don't even know why. We don't do any damage, so it's just there. I guess for this, yeah. When you block an attack, you do some damage, I guess. I don't know. It's really, I mean, there's really nothing else to put it in. We don't use Vigor, or else I would say maybe crit healing for the stamina. But our Vigor's so weak that there's really no point to use it. That's pretty much it. Oh yeah, rotation. It's basically the same as my tempo tank for just like trash and like stuff. Heavy attack, switch, poke 'em, switch back, double shield, and then switch back or block and like heal or whatever you want. For sustained block fights, all you do, well, if it's axes, you just switch this for inner fire, but it's essentially just hold block, you know, and then if you're like half stam, you can switch to like Frost Staff, or in like a harder fight, you would just hold block during like the heavy attacks, the crap you really need to block. Switch to Frost Staff, and if he starts doing something scary, then switch back. And basically, when you switch, the other resource will fill up. So you don't need potions that much, or your ultimate too much. But you do have them there for when you do need them. I mean, the axes you might use a potion or an ultimate or something.